allowed the armorer to keep the gun, but also ordered her to not have any contact with witnesses who might testify as part of the case. Baldwin faces 2 charges of involuntary manslaughter for the shooting that happened October of 2021. The actor was holding a gun during a rehearsal when the gun went off and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. The director was also wounded. If convicted, Alec Baldwin could face up to 18 months in prison and a fine.
Now I want to bring in attorney Andrew Lieb to go over this case with us. What message did Alec Baldwin send with missing his first court appearance?
Alex didn't really send any message because it's very routine to not go to the first court appearance. In fact, in New Mexico, they have a procedure where you can just ask the judge's permission and skip it. The point of the first appearance, just so you know, is to explain to the defendants their rights. All he's saying is, I don't need to know my rights. My attorney told me, and I already entered my plea of not guilty. So I don't think it sends much of a message at all.
Yeah. And Andrew, we recently reported that the gun enhancement charge was also dropped against Alec Baldwin. How will that move impact this case?
Oh, it's dramatic. It was previously he was facing 5 years. Now he's only facing 18 months. And really, the whole issue is that the prosecutor apparently got it all wrong and was using a newer statute that wasn't applicable at the time. And the defense counsel pointed out in round 1 to Baldwin because they won and convinced the prosecutor to drop this charge. And now, so imagine you were facing 5 years to 18 months. That's a tremendous win for any defendant.
Huge change there. We also heard that Baldwin can also continue to work on his movie set. And of course, he cannot talk about this investigation while it's still ongoing. Will that be something, though, that could be used against him in court in any way?
Well, anytime anyone says anything when they're a defendant, it can be used against them. It's a message for everyone out there. If you're in any litigation, civil or criminal, don't talk about it. You got to keep your mouth shut. But I have read that they're taking precautions. They don't have guns. They don't have ammunition on the set. So I'm hoping he's going to be smart enough and listening to his lawyers to keep his mouth quiet while this case is going.
Yeah. Andrew, let's talk about what comes next. Prosecutors and defense attorneys are preparing for a likely preliminary hearing within a few months to determine whether there is a probable cause to proceed to trial. What can we expect?
Well, we're going to see a battle, round 2, really, for Baldwin. And the reason is that this involuntary manslaughter needs to prove that he knew there was a danger and he did a reckless disregard to the dangers of others. And they're going to show and they're going to argue to the judge, because the judge gets to decide, that there was no probable cause. If they can reach that burden, this hearing that's coming up, the judge could dismiss the whole case. Now, you have to remember, probable cause just means a reasonable suspicion. It's a lower standard than beyond a reasonable doubt. So maybe Baldwin won't get there, but we're going to see fireworks in a battle before the judge at the next appearance.
Yeah, with what you've seen, though, how likely is it that a judge can possibly just toss this case out?
I don't really see it with respect to the armorer. I don't see the armorer getting out of this because there was some negligence there, it seems for sure, with handing the loaded gun. But I see Alec maybe having a case there because they're stretching. They're putting square pegs in a round hole. We think he did wrong, but does he really fit the statutory definition? Did he know there was a known danger? The real risk for Alex, though, is he keeps claiming, I didn't pull the trigger, and the FBI shows that he was wrong about that with the FBI report. So if I'm a betting person with that FBI report, I don't think he's getting out, but it's going to be a close call.
Yeah, an ongoing case. Andrew Lieb, thank you so much for your expertise and your time on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you both. All right, let's get into some